Hello, Senior Stoner fans. It's the Real Senior Stoner and Sugar Magnolia. Thanks for being here, everybody. This is another in our series of product unboxings, first impressions, and reviews. This is by Crossing Technologies. This is an e-nail, a complete old-school e-nail setup. That's correct. This is for 99 bucks, the Crossing Micro e-nail kit. Complete kit. You need the glass, but this has everything. Let's take a look at it. 99 bucks. I'll say it again. Old school dabbers out there that need to get their hands on another e-nail. This might be the one. The price is right, guys, because you know and I know that you can get discounts on that 99. Inside the unit is the control box, the heating coil, the male quartz banger, a quartz insert, a glass carb cap, a cotter pin, and a power cord. Packed it right. Once again, Crossing's a great company. They've got a lot of good products on the market. This, once again, is their micro e-nail quartz banger version, is what it's called. $99 on a variety of websites. Let's put the instruction manual aside. Let's put the box aside. We know it's the Crossing Micro e-nail. Let's start gathering our different items. Here's our temperature control unit. Here's our banger. Be careful. These are glass. You don't want to crack anything. It's gone this far without being cracked. Take the foam out. And you've got your power cord, and where business happens, your heating cable. Now, a couple things about these units before we even get into it in more detail. They're dangerous. I personally don't use them. I forget to leave the oven on. I forget to leave the stove on. This is part of my problem with my memory. And Mrs. Stoner has outlawed me doing those things alone, especially the stove with a burner going. Couple of the features of the product before we get into any more details. It's very user-friendly. It's going to have a shut-off timer. It's going to provide the real dab flavor for those OG people that want that flavor of a torch. But it's electric. Your actual coil will heat on all sides and the bottom. So, just like a 360 atomizer, okay? What's going to happen is the banger sits deep inside of the heating element on this design. Note, it's not just the glass sitting flat on the actual heating cable. It's actually got a dimple that goes through the bottom. You can see it. That is there to stay. Then your carb cap is designed, obviously, as a nice joystick type carb cap. This is perfect, this type of unit, for low and high temperature dabbing. It really doesn't matter what you're into because it can handle everything. Instructions. On the unit, hold down the middle button for 5 seconds to turn it on and off. Click to increase temperature on the right side or decrease temperature on the left side in increments of 5 degrees Fahrenheit. Click the middle button 5 times to go change the auto shut-off time from 0 to 5 hours. 0 means no shut-off. The default shut-off time is 2 hours. Their temperature range, are you ready for this? 220 degrees to 990 degrees. My God, it'll burn my hair, whatever hair I have left, just getting close to it when it gets hot. So here's what you really want to now think about. What unit will you use for a product like this? What glass will you use? So I have a lot of different things I'm thinking about. One of the things that came to mind was my Sneaky Pete crazy big glass bubbler. The key would be if the banger fits, and it does. So what I would do with this puppy, and I'm not going to turn it on right now, believe it or not. I'm not, because I'm not a user of these things, and I don't want to burn myself. But for those of you who are, what you're going to do, very simply, is you're going to load your dab. You're going to have this already set up, your heating coil. You're going to plug one end of the power cord into the back of the unit like this. You're going to plug the front cable into the bottom. So now what happens is your unit is ready to roll. You're plugged in now. Okay? You're plugged in. Remember, hold it down. Hold the middle button for 5 seconds to turn it on. Use your plus and minus buttons to take your temperature. Remember, this is an extremely strong, and it's going to be very, very, very hot. Keep your pets away. Seniors, don't think you can go touching that. You can't. The only thing you can touch on a device like this, I'm going to take the heat off of it now, and I'm going to show you what you can touch. What you're allowed to touch is this. What you're allowed to touch is whatever you're putting your dab material in with. What you're allowed to touch is the glass piece that you're going to maneuver and then get ready with your heating element to use. You're not going to touch the unit itself. Any of this business up here, ever. I've done it. I'm sorry I did it. I did it when I first started out learning about dabs. Well, guess what? You can't do it. Another safety thing I just found out. They talk about cotter pin, right? Well, guess what the cotter pin is for? Guess what the cotter pin is for? There's a microscopic hole that goes in the dimple. So what you're going to do, this is going to become a very safe device, and I'll tell you why. It's going to make it so that I might feel comfortable even heating it up. Because the cotter pin, I said to myself, why do they need a cotter pin? The cotter pin is designed to keep the banger safely attached while it's on the heating unit. What do you think of that, everybody? Look at that. That's what that cotter pin is for. You'll put it in there, that won't move around, so then, now, you have the banger on, it's not going to fall off. The heater, forget about the banger falling off. The heater's not going to fall off. A simple little 3-cent cotter pin solved a big potential problem for me. Now, this unit is something that Senior Stoner would run. I'm no longer afraid of it. And I think you all, even if you're not experienced OG people when it comes to this type of unit, will be able to deal with it. Remember, the only safety thing we need to worry about is keep your body parts and those of your animals off any of this metallic part here. None of that can be touched. Even when it's up here. Forget about it. It can't be touched. Don't get your nose on it. Don't get your hammer on it. Nothing. But because of that little cotter pin, on the bottom of that banger dimple's going to solve the problem. What we're now going to have with the cotter pins is safety. Look, everybody. You know, I'm not a scientist, okay? I come across these things in my natural life, just like you guys do, okay? Online, at stores, whatever. In this case, what we need to think about is more than just getting high and using the medicine. Staying safe. The crossing unit is simple to use. You plug your power cord into that side, your heating cord in the other side. You put your banger into your glass. You put the heating underneath it. You put the cotter pin in. You put your dab in. You put your carb cap on. You press your button, hold it for 5 seconds. You are golden. For $99, you've now entered the world of real dabbing. Hope you enjoyed the video. I enjoyed making it. For old schoolers and new schoolers, the crossing technology micro e-nail quartz banger version from 200 degrees to 999 degrees. You want to blow the top of your head off with a dab? This is the kind of machine that can do it. You get yourself a piece of glass like this one, and you can do it too. Thanks for being here, everybody. You know what to do, since I know you enjoyed the video. Hit the subscribe button, send a like, and I reply to everybody's comments. Thanks for joining me for the introduction of the Crossing e-nail kit. Have a great one, and once again, thanks for joining The Real Senior Stoner. Have a great day, everybody.